Stevie laughed as he saw that and heard that then. What did you say?
Well, that's why you keep your mouth shut. That's why you don't over-talk. Leave them wanting more. Let's put it that way. Leave them wanting more.
Spoken from experience.
Yes.
Yes.
Spoken from experience. Let's get the latest. What are we hearing right now? What's the latest with the Mohamed Salah situation, Jules?
I mean, the first thing is we're waiting to see if he would be in the squad for the Brighton game on Saturday at Anfield. I don't think the club has taken a decision right now of whether he will feature or be reintegrated in the squad, really, because he was dropped for the Inter Milan game. That's the first thing. Secondly, in a way, I agree with Clarence Seedorf. For me, it should come from Mo Salah. I mean, he should apologise to start with anyway, publicly, privately, both of them. To Slot. Then I think from a Slot point of view, Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards and the people at the top at Liverpool, the question now is this team better with Mo Salah? And when we say about Mo Salah, a fit and firing Mo Salah, not the Mo Salah that we've seen pretty much all season long, or is this team better without him? If it's the case, and if he doesn't apologise, if things are not resolved, he's going to go to AFCON as early as Sunday anyway. So by Sunday, he won't be there for potentially up to mid-January, which is a long time, then I think the way forward is like, I'm sorry, you were great, you're a club legend, we will forever be grateful of everything you brought to this football club, but it's time to move on, and that's okay. What we're hearing here in England is that he still has a contract, obviously, he extended last April for 2 more years, so until 2027, great. But money talks, we all know that, even especially in football, money talks. If at some point the Saudi come with a big offer that Mo Salah is happy to go there and Liverpool are happy with the amount, whether they want to keep him or not, they will sell him.
Is that a possibility that a Saudi Pro League club could come in, Jules, then?
I think this is the only possibility right now. Personally, I don't think he will ever play for the club. I'm not sure if he still wants to be there. I think what we saw against Inter Milan on Tuesday was very interesting from a tactical point of view, from what Slot tried to do. And certainly this team was, in that game, the most coherent, balanced that we've seen all season. And that's a good start. It's something to build on. And for building on that, there's no Mo Salah in that picture for me. And really, on the money that he's on right now, only the Saudis can afford him. He still dreams, and I've been told he wants to go to Barcelona or Bayern Munich or Real Madrid. Let's all be honest here, we're all grown-ups. I think Mo Salah, he might be in denial, but he's a smart guy. Those three are impossible right now. It's either Saudi or MLS if somebody in the US can find the money and can convince him to join. But for me, it would be Saudis.
Speaking from your heart, Stevie, what would you like to see happen with this situation?
What would I like to see?
Yeah, what would you like to see
I'd like to see Mo Salah playing against Brighton and scoring a hat-trick. I mean, that's what I would like.
Would you like to see him apologising? Would you like to see him... How would you like that to play out?
I think that would... If he really wants to stay at Liverpool, then that would be the start of it, would be to apologise. And then from there, you've got to try and get in the team. Because the way the team performed for 70 minutes against Leeds, the way it performed against Inter in the Champions League, he's not getting back in that team. Fortunately for him, he's leaving. Because he would be sitting on the bench, if he's lucky, for the next foreseeable future.
What gets you called off the bench then, if you are a substitute on the bench?
Say that again?
Like, why are you staying on the bench for the full game? What gets you off the bench?
Well, the first thing's the apology. That's where it has to start. And the other thing I'd like to say is, I hope that upstairs are not getting involved in this. I hope the fact that Mo Salah didn't go to Milan, the fact that he will not be in the squad against Brighton, I hope upstairs has nothing to do with that. Because I think it will do Arne Slot a lot of good, showing upstairs who's in charge of this squad and who's in charge of this team. Regardless of what's happening on the field, yes, we know it's not going the way we want, but upstairs we'll be watching every move he makes to see whether he's going to crumble. Is he up to this? Can he turn this around? What kind of guy do we really have? It's okay when you're winning the games and winning the Premier League, but when things get tough, what kind of guy have we got in charge? So I hope he's actually the person who's saying Mo Salah's not going to Milan and Mo Salah's not going to be in the squad, because that will show that he has the stomach and the strength to do that. But as I said, in terms of what would I like, it would be great. Mo apologises, he gets on the bench for Brighton, comes on, scores a hat-trick, everybody waves him away, have a great tournament while you're away. But that ain't happening. The fact is, he ain't in the squad and he's going to be going away, and I will not be shocked if he doesn't go to Saudi.
Do you agree with what Stevie was saying on Arne Slot having to be the one in charge of this whole situation?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And more importantly, I think the Liverpool fans recognise that. As I've been saying throughout, no, as I said a couple of days ago, never played for Liverpool, but the one thing I know about this fan base is they back the club. They have seen any number of incredible talents come to that football club. They have said goodbye to them. They understand that this is a business. Mo Salah is no different. Mo Salah is no different in that regard. That fan base will back the club first. And as a result, it makes Mo Salah's kind of position and his statements even more confusing. Because if you've played for this club and you can't recognise that, then I'm sorry, this is entirely on you.
Jill said it looks as though he could have played his last game for Liverpool. You think
like
that
it.
could be the case then, Stevie?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I hope he does what he said he's going to do. You know, he'll wave cheerio and after the game and bring his family. That at least would be something. I think the fans would like that as well. Because as fans, we're all sitting going, he could have played his last game. He might never pull that jersey on again. So I think actually the fans, if he does go on the field, which I expect him to, will actually be kind to him because they'll understand that this might be the last time they see him.
Would this be the most unexpected exit of any Liverpool player in recent history, Jules?
Easily.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you can look at Fernando Torres, for example, who left, but that was very different. This is so acrimonious. This is so tense and toxic in a way. Whether you think it was premeditated from Salah and he clearly stopped in that mix zone for a reason, whether you think he was right or not to express his frustration that way, whether the club can move forward or is better or this team better without him, or whatever way you want to look at it, and wherever you stand, this is bad. And I know we've seen legends at games. The ending is never easy, right? For the guys, when you play and you want to stay at the top, but age is catching up with you and you're not as good and you're not the same. All of that, I understand it's not easy. But this bad, this toxic like this kind of fracture, this kind of emotions too and frustration, there haven't been many examples. Some people have mentioned the Ronaldo stuff when he left United in the second stint to go to Saudi. But he hadn't just signed a contract. It was not Mo Salah. He didn't have a season like Mo Salah. They hadn't won the league before. I know it's a big game and he fell out with the club and the manager that way. Okay, that is maybe the only similarities there. But there's nowhere near what we are going through right now with Salah and Liverpool.
No,
I think 100% that if after the Brighton game Salah gets a good send-off, I think it will change the whole atmosphere around the club. I think if he didn't get on and get a send-off, people would still be thinking about it and wondering and hoping. And I think if he actually gets on the field with his family and he gets a good reception, which he will, I think that would change the mood around the actual club itself, regardless of whether he comes back or not. I think it would change the whole atmosphere at the club.
He doesn't need to play for that.
No.
He could sit on the bench for 90 minutes. And the game could end and the Liverpool fans could chant his name and he go off to AFCON. And that, I think, to Stevie's point, changes how everybody feels about a lot of some of the atmosphere that they've had to endure over the last couple of weeks with this.